Hello, everyone. You're listening to Diz Ease on ABP Live Podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about mental health, but in a very simplified manner, जिससे कि हमारी सारी audiences समझ सके the complexity of the human mind. And to do that, we have a specialist with us. We have mental health therapist Miss Aruba Kabir joining us every week to give you all sorts of insights on different matters under the entire realm of mental health. And today we all know that it's the month of February. Love is in the air. Valentine's week start ho chuka hai. So there are a lot of things that go around as far as relationships are concerned when Valentine's Day and such occasions come around the entire calendar, and you start thinking that now what's next. In your relationships you start feeling a little pressured that you need to perform, you need to get your partner something, and even expectations rise. So, to talk about how to manage such things and how this is becoming more of a trend and a pressure than an enjoyable day for people in relationships, today we have Miss Aruba Kabir, and हम उनसे बात करेंगे इस बारे में on the entire concept of Valentine's Day. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Thank you, Niharika. I'm doing really good. Thank you so much. And I guess this is a very important topic. We should talk about it. I'm pretty excited to be here.
Absolutely. All my pleasure to have you here on the podcast as always. So, as I mentioned about Valentine's Day, from this entire thing starts a week back. From love, this teddy day and propose day and this day, that day, and it all culminates into the holy day of Valentine's Day. So, stages of love are being defined by days, and gestures of the week and the year sort of, continue ahead. So, how do you think that this entire concept of Valentine's Day and Valentine's week sort of fits into the dynamic of a relationship, and what kind of a value it holds for people, for the two people who are involved together?
I always am a believer of that we should have occasions, we should celebrate things. Like we have festivals, we have so many occasions come in our lives, and we should celebrate that. But
Absolutely.
Valentine's Day, it is about relationship,
Hmm.
expressing your genuine thought, concern, love to another person.
Hmm.
So, as much as I would say it should be there, but it should not be a pressure for us.
Right.
It doesn't
Right.
have to be that you have to buy a jewelry, or you have to book that suite, or you
Hmm.
have to go for that trip, or you have to look pretty.
The
It should
have
be very,
portion of it should not be there. It should
yeah,
come from within.
yeah, just go express your love, celebrate it the way you want to. And
Right.
it's more about how you are portraying it on social media. What did you do
Hmm.
for your Valentine's, rather than
Exactly.
being with the person you should be actually, and how
Right.
you should be.
Hmm.
It is taking a completely a different tone, that I talk to my friends, hey, listen, I'm doing this on Valentine's Day. But am I really happy with my partner?
Hmm.
Do I really connect there?
Right.
Am I going for that holiday because we want to have quality time? Am
Or
I
is it
prepared?
just for the sake of the fact that we have to celebrate
Yeah,
Valentine's Day?
yeah. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be not. And the thing is, like, we feel very pressured about it.
Right, right.
And people who don't believe in it, for example, I was talking about it in my family, and I was like, it it is not a big thing for me. Valentine's Day
Hmm.
is another day for me. Maybe in high
Right.
school, high secondary, we were like chocolate day, rose day, teddy day,
Hmm.
kiss day. But now, as an adult, I feel that you have to express, or you should express your love every day in your own
Right.
way.
Exactly.
And so it is not now people, okay, fine, I'm in this field, it doesn't pressurize me. But people who don't believe in these things, it becomes a pressure for them. It becomes, oh my God, you're doing
Exactly.
something wrong. You're not
Right.
celebrating
By not
Valentine's
celebrating
Day.
it, we are not maybe, fulfilling a part of our relationship.
Exactly. It's becoming that. So I would say that enjoy it, celebrate it, but don't let it pressurize you so much that you have to, manage that money, manage that time, manage that thing to show off to the world that you are celebrating Valentine's Day. You
Right.
can be
Right.
calm about it. You can celebrate it within your means. You can express your love the way you want. You can see how your partner wants you to express it, rather than how the world wants you to express it.
Right. That is where the difference comes. that how you are expected, you have certain expectations, and you feel that the society also have certain expectations, and how everyone is doing. So that XYZ friend of mine is taking her partner to a Maldives for Valentine's Day, so now even I have to do a grand gesture, but that's not how it should be.
It should be. It should be. And everybody is different. Everybody's expectation is different. Demand is different. So you see what your partner likes. Maybe they just want to watch a movie. They don't want to go
Exactly.
out, or maybe
Right.
they just want to go for a hike. Just
Exactly.
see how they, because it is expression of love. It is
Hmm.
not like Diwali or Holi. वैसा कुछ नहीं है. You
Hmm.
have to follow
That
rituals.
there are certain, exactly, certified rituals that everyone has to do.
Has to do.
Exactly.
It is expression of love. You can choose your own language. You just have to say जिनके लिए आप कर रहे हो क्या वो खुश है कि वो
Right. Right.
प्रेशराइज.
Hmm.
आप जो कर रहे हो क्या आप उसको एंजॉय कर रहे हो कि
Hmm.
प्रेशराइज हो रहे हो.
Hmm. Right. And even I feel that expectations also sort of increase when you see people around you. In fact, I would also say that for people who are single right now, they see that, oh my God, so this XYZ friend of mine who's in a relationship is getting bouquets and flowers and chocolates in the entire week, and I'm not getting anything. So you sort of feel down, and then the other person also starts, getting expectations out of this entire situation. So, how do the singles out there manage such things, and how do they make themselves feel better? Because a lot of people get such things in their minds during this time.
देखो पहली बात तो वैलेंटाइंस डे जो है एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ लव
Hmm.
फॉर योरसेल्फ और फॉर द अदर पर्सन.
Right.
It
Exactly.
doesn't always have to be another person. You can be yourself and you can do it for yourself. You can take yourself out for a nice brunch, or
Hmm.
get that thing what you have been wanting, or go for
Right.
that trip.
Right.
You can celebrate it with your friends. You don't, it doesn't always have to be romantic.
Right. Even
You have
Galentine's is
romantic
becoming a
partner.
trend these days, where girls and girlfriends just go out and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be that, oh, I don't have a partner. How can I celebrate something? Come on,
Right.
there are ways to celebrate each and everything, whether you have a partner or you don't have a partner. So
Right.
please don't do that. Now, second thing is, when people see these pictures of the couples and everything,
Hmm.
on New Year's Eve, I was having this consultation session with a couple, and they were on a holiday in Paris. So the
Okay.
couple was in Paris and they had a session with me because they were fighting continuously for a long time, and they wanted to have a couples therapy. And as
Hmm.
much as I'm happy to know that they were seeking out for, they're seeking help, they're asking for help to resolve their relationship problems. But their pictures were on Instagram and you should have seen them.
Oh, right. The
Nobody could
discrepancy.
guess. Yes, and that is where I want to tell people, on this Valentine's Day, you're going to see so many pictures, so many videos, so many reels, so many stories. Know that it's a glimpse. You have
Hmm.
no idea what happens behind that camera.
Right.
Are they really
Exactly.
happy, or are they just putting, like, one picture and you are like, oh my God, I am not there. See how they are in love and all.
Right.
That is
Right.
one.
Exactly.
Second thing, that is about the social media aspect of it. Second thing, know that relationships which are there right now, most of them, if I take 10 relations out of 10 relationships, and it's a psychological research, 6 to 7 relationships need work. They are
Wow.
not there
That is
because they
very
want to be there. They are there because the society is expecting them to be there. So
true.
आप क्या मिस कर रहे हो? कुछ मिस नहीं कर रहे हो ज्यादा.
Exactly.
है.
Probably
अगर आप
complications.
exactly. So I'm
Right.
saying that it is better to be single than to be in a toxic or unhappy relationship.
Right. Exactly.
But are relationships easy? No, relationships are not easy. Relationships are daily work, everyday work. It's work in progress because these are different, two people from different backgrounds, different upbringing. So you can't expect them to have all rosy life. It's not walk
Right.
on. It's like not like you're okay. Oh wow, this is amazing. No, there's a
Mm.
fight. तुमने टाल वहां क्यों रखा? There's a
Yeah.
fight. तुमने वो फोन क्यों नहीं उठाया? तुमने
Exactly.
ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया? Because you come from two different backgrounds, and it
Two
takes a
absolutely
lot of
separate
work to
individuals.
understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, talking about this entire concept of social media, another concept that even I, as a millennial, a Gen Z, and a lot of people out there, we are coming across this entire concept of love language and gestures that you do to express your love. So, do you think that occasions like Valentine's Day sort of put the love language of a person into this box of just gifting and doing large gestures and not maybe, thinking of the other ways of you can express that you can use to express your love?
Absolutely, absolutely. But these are all marketing gimmicks.
Right,
These
right.
are like how to sell the product.
The
Economy में कैसे
capitalization of love.
capitalization of love actually.
Right.
This capitalization of love, the marketing gimmick, which is making you only focus on the gifts. That is why
Right.
it becomes very important for us to understand what is the love language of my partner. There
Hmm.
are five love languages: physical touch, gifting, word of affirmation, quality time, act of service.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Right.
these are five love languages we all have. Now everybody has all the five, but
Hmm.
कोई एक love language उसमें से dominant होता है.
Right.
Maybe,
Right.
for example, if I personally say I am a physical touch and gifting person.
Hmm.
For me, okay, good girl means a lot. For
Hmm.
me, if I see you, I will hug you because that is how I
Right.
show my love.
Right.
And for me, if I see somebody after long, I'll carry something in my hand. It can be a
Hmm.
bouquet, it can be a plant, it can be a bookmark, or it can be jewelry, whatever I can afford. Because
Right.
it's my thought in that gift. And
Hmm.
when I get something from somebody, I really appreciate it. I don't just see it, oh, वो आ रहे थे तो मिठाई लाई. I'm like,
Right.
oh, they
वो
took out
मेरे लिए
time.
स्पेशली लेके आई.
Yeah, they took out time. They invested their time. They thought what they want to bring.
Right.
ऐसे
Exactly.
करके सबका लव लैंग्वेज अलग होता है किसी के लिए. सो आई वुड अर्ज पीपल टू गिफ्ट दैट लव लैंग्वेज टू दैट पर्सन rather than gifting what you want,
Right. Right.
because gifting something materialistically, a product, it is
Hmm.
easier than maybe
Hmm.
being kind with your gestures
Right. Right.
or doing an act of service or spending that undivided undisturbed time with them. So,
Right.
yes, and I strongly feel that Valentine's Day should be about gifting the people what their love language is rather than what the
What
world.
you exactly and what you feel is a good gift for them. It should rather be more focused on the person who is in front of you and उनकी choices के हिसाब से you should go ahead.
Yeah, true.
So this entire concept, as you mentioned about social media, we have seen that a lot of relationships, how even amongst my friends also. So if they are in a relationship, one of the partners amongst the two want it to be so-called official when it goes on Instagram.
Hmm.
Apparently, it's not official until it's not on, some sort of social media, or it has not been revealed to the entire world. Although that's not true. The officiality of a relationship is a matter between the two people who are present there in that situation. So, how does social media become such a huge impact? How does it have such a huge impact on a relationship? Can you tell us a little about that, and why has this happened?
It's a sense of security. Today, social media, I guess sometime back it was Facebook, and then it was
Hmm.
before that Orkut, and before that it was
Right.
meeting with the friends.
Hmm.
And अगर हम traditionally देखें तो शादी.
Right. That is
शादी
the
का जब
point
भी
where it
validation, right? You get,
exactly.
and then because of that validation, you feel secure. You feel
Okay.
secure that, okay. And a lot of people tell me that they put it on social media out there because it takes away a lot of unwanted attention from people who are giving them unwanted attention. So it's a kind of,
Oh, okay. Right. Right. So
for
they're
example,
like this person is taken.
yeah,
So
the
please stay
person, so
away.
stay away, right? And if I remember when I was younger and I would flaunt my engagement ring, not in a way that, oh, I have a pretty ring. It was like, oh, I'm taken. Don't approach
Hmm.
me. Right?
Hmm.
It is kind of giving you that license, a safety, security. But then I always feel that that safety has to be within, that security has to be within. It has to be between two people.
Hmm.
Okay. And we all are out product of our past. Maybe in the past, there has been something which has not been so pleasant. So
Hmm.
that I have developed some trust issues right now in this relationship, and that
Right.
insecurity plays a lot. Instagram
Hmm.
पे क्यों नहीं डाल रहे हो, स्टोरी क्यों नहीं डाला, टैग क्यों नहीं किया,
Ah,
पिक्चर क्यों नहीं डाला.
right.
And
Right.
in that, I tell people that listen, when you started dating that person, you knew it. They have trust
Hmm.
issues. You
Hmm.
signed up for it.
Right.
So if that status, changing your status, calms them down, do it.
Do it.
But
Right.
at the same time, I tell the person who's asking for it, I'm like, you need to start developing trust within yourself.
Hmm.
Because when people have to cheat, they cheat under your nose.
Right. They
They
don't
do
have to be flamboyant about it. They don't let you
it.
know either ways.
And I do have people in my therapy where they have amazing social media life going on. People know they are
Mhm.
madly in love, and one of the partner is not loyal in the relationship, or they are having issues. So
Right.
stop looking for these external validations and assurances.
Hmm.
And this at the same time, I would say, and I would urge to people that yes, world is a very, I won't say a bad place, but it is a difficult place to be in right now. The kind of cases we hear, for
Hmm.
example, in past we heard about Shraddha Walker and all of that.
Right.
Such
Right.
cases do happen. So it becomes to get in touch with the friends of the person in real.
Hmm.
So that it is, who the person is rather than putting it on the social media.
Hmm.
Because
Rather than
social
even
media में
judging from someone else's social media, also that how
exactly
that person is.
एग्जैक्टली सोशल मीडिया का अकाउंट एक दिन में बनता है, एक दिन में बिगड़ता है, मतलब डिलीट होता है.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
And people show their best, the highlights of their life on social media. How can you judge a person on the basis of
to
that?
get to know them for real, meet their
Hmm.
friends, meet their family, see them how they talk to strangers, see them how they talk in regular life. That will give you more security than putting it on social media.
Right. Exactly. And also, you mentioned in the previous question that there is this fact of intimacy, and that has to be there between the two people and not for the entire world to see. There has to be that validation that comes from within. If your partner wants something, then you should be the one who gives it to them. And you should not be the one that, okay, so this person is giving this thing, so I should do that also for them. So, how does this balance come around in a relationship? Like, maybe if there is someone who is just getting into a relationship or just newly into a relationship. So, how do you find that standing in a relationship that, okay, I need to understand what my partner is wanting and not something that I want to give it to them?
Okay, so having an understanding that we are two different people,
Hmm.
our upbringing has been different, our way of looking at things is different. Maybe we are, living the same moment, but we will be experiencing it differently.
Hmm.
Thought process alag hai na?
Hmm.
So when you accept that, it becomes easier for you to accept that the other person's love language can be different.
Hmm.
Just
Their
don't put it, oh,
expectations can
guys
be
are like
completely
this,
different.
or women are like this.
Hmm. You cannot
नो
generalize.
स्टीरियोटाइप. हाँ, स्टीरियोटाइप मत करो कि लड़की है तो इसको गिफ्ट्स ही पसंद होंगे, लड़के होंगे तो इसको कार्स ही पसंद होंगे,
हाँ,
ऐसे कुछ
right.
नहीं.
Exactly. Hmm.
So times are changing, more people are getting more opportunities, exposure is coming their way, so personalities are also dynamic. Maybe
Hmm.
some time back my love language was physical touch, maybe
Hmm.
today it is act of service.
Right.
Can
With
change.
stages of life, even such things change.
Stages of life, exactly. So at different stages, and as I said, we all have all the five love languages.
Hmm.
कब कौन सा dominant हो जाए वो depend करता है आपके life
Right.
situations पे. So
Exactly.
that's something we will have to take care of. But now, when you really accept the person for who they are, that
Hmm.
they come from a different background, they can have different understanding. It becomes easier for us to give them what they want rather than what I want to give them.
Right. Right.
When both partners do that in a relationship, the relationship just flourishes.
Hmm.
And that is when we tell people that you don't have to sacrifice. हमें ना
Hmm.
एक ही बहुत गंदी चीज सिखाते हैं हमारे कल्चर में, लव अदर्स, रिस्पेक्ट अदर्स, अपना पेट खाली रखो दूसरे को दे दो. नहीं भाई,
Right.
हम
Right.
आधा आधा करके खा सकते हो, उसको आधा
हाँ.
चाहिए आधा खुद को खा लेंगे.
Exactly. That is the whole idea of balance.
Exactly. That is what we have to do in relationships also. When we learn that art of resolving conflict, resolving issues, balancing things, automatically that understanding between two people come कि कब मुझे किसके लिए क्या करूं और मुझे अभी इसके लिए करना है. अच्छा
Right.
इसको पसंद है स्टारबक्स जाना, अभी चलते हैं. और फिर इंसान बोलता है अरे इसको मूवी जाना पसंद है, हम मूवी जाते हैं. तो
Exactly.
दोनों की तरफ से
दोनों की wishes are being fulfilled. So let's talk about something that is a little different. Someone very recently said this line to me that guys find it difficult to get over someone than girls because girls can get the kind of emotional support and intimacy from their friends as well. They can be vulnerable to their friends or their family, but guys cannot. Do you think that this is a thing? Is this for reals, and that is why it makes it difficult for guys to open up so easily?
Yeah. So men have this very big burden on their shoulders that मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता.
Right.
मर्द को रोना नहीं चाहिए.
Right, exactly.
All these things are there. It's a stigma in the society, meant having, a man crying, showing emotions, ऐसे करके. But to be honest, it is changing. I come from Kashmir. So I was born in Kashmir, and I see in Kashmir, guys are very physically close. They're like, chalna yaar chalte, and they would be talking and kissing each other. I see the same thing in a few countries like Iraq, Turkey, Israel. All these countries
They're
have
physically expressive.
physically expressive to each other. Okay. So there, men also cry out of happiness. It is not a taboo. But at the same time, if we have to change it, there are lots and lots of people who are not, especially guys. If I talk about UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, south of India, it's very difficult for men to express. Very difficult for men to express. They are always supposed to be stronger. They don't express their love. They don't express their sadness. It becomes difficult for them to overcome issues and challenges. That is the reason the suicidal rate is higher in men than women.
Okay. Wow.
The depression rate is more in women, but suicidal rate is more in men. जबकि जिसको ज्यादा डिप्रेशन होना चाहिए उसको ज्यादा सुसाइड की तरफ जाना चाहिए. But since women have that resilience, they have learned things. We are in a patriarchy, right? We can't expect मेरा हर wish fulfill हो जाएगा. लड़के को तो बस लड़का पैदा होना होता है बेचारे को, उसके सारे विशेस पूरे हो जाते हैं. लेकिन बड़े होकर जब दुनिया में वो विशेस पूरे नहीं होते, they are not able to take the pressure.
Exactly. They cannot manage it because they are not accustomed to it.
So when people therapy में जब relationship failures के बाद, relationship breakups के बाद आते हैं लोग, if it is a woman, they cry and they say how that relationship went and how it was and how she misses still, even if it was toxic, how she misses it. आदमी बोलते हैं I don't know how do I feel. I don't know how do I feel. I don't know how do I feel. And they are like they have more health issues then because वो divorce के बाद क्या करते हैं, अरे मैं वो गाड़ी खरीद लेता हूँ, मैं वो game join कर लेता हूँ, but they never pay attention to their emotions.
Right.
So yes, it is difficult for men to overcome, and it is not that difficult for women. But having said that, it is not difficult. It is difficult for both the genders. But yes, men not being expressive. लेकिन अगर वो change करना चाहते हैं तो why are we waiting for the world to change? अरे आप शुरू कर दो ना.
Exactly.
आप किसी के साथ बैठ के express करो.
अगर आपको ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग है that this problem is coming because of the fact that I cannot express, so find such people to whom that you can express. Maybe join therapy and express there.
Learn it. There is, okay, our parents might not have given us best equipments to resolve our emotions और emotional resilience नहीं सिखाए और mental health का importance नहीं सिखाए क्योंकि उनको पता नहीं था. But एक चीज उन्होंने हमें दी, हम मार पीट के स्कूल जरूर भेजते थे. उसकी वजह से
learning is very important.
Yeah, you and I, we are here to able to have that conversation. We have Google in front of us. Learn it is in your hand now. Follow the people who talk about such things. Podcasts सुनो, हमारे सुनो यार,
एग्जैक्टली,
एक
डिजीज
podcast
सुनो,
सुनो,
बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी।
क्या पॉडकास्ट सुनो, किताबें पढ़ो, गूगल करो, इंस्टाग्राम पे वैसे रिलायबल लोगों को फॉलो करो, learn that thing.
हम्म
And don't keep I know that it is difficult for people to overcome problems, but
हम्म
at the same time I don't appreciate people when they get the help and they don't, spread it, they don't convey it further. अब मैं
Right.
देखती
If
हूँ
I
आप,
improved and I got better, then I should tell other people that how it happened. Talk
yeah,
about it. Exactly.
exactly. People, what is the reason that we people like me, we don't have many feedbacks on our Google, we don't
Hmm.
have testimonials, क्योंकि
Hmm.
लोग थेरेपी में आते हैं, चुप होकर निकल जाते हैं.
Hmm.
There are
Right.
a handful of people who would tell somebody, "Hey, Niharika, I'm in therapy and it is really helping me. You should also try." No,
Right. Right. Hardly.
दबा देते हैं. But ऐसे बोलेंगे यार थेरेपी के बारे में लोग बात क्यों नहीं करते? अरे तुम शुरू कर दो.
Hmm. Right. Exactly.
And
तुम
I
ही
would,
suggest कर दो किसी को if you have a good experience out of it.
yeah. And same thing for guys. I would say that if you are realizing it, if you are someone who realizes that, it's very important to talk about emotions. You start it, then you will see the change.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is a very beautiful way of saying it, that realization is the very core of this whole thing. If you realize it, then you can bring about a change. It might not be easy, it might not be a split second change in your life, but if you give it a try, it will definitely come in the long run.
It is acceptance and then commitment to that acceptance.
Hmm. Right.
Taking an action about it. Because
Hmm.
if you're not taking an action about it, क्या करोगे उस acceptance को?
Exactly. You can just moan and moan and moan and keep on sitting with that problem, but that's not what it's ought to be. You have to bring about an improvement at some point in your life.
True.
So, in this Valentine's Day conversation, we talked about everything from heartbreaks to singles to Valentine's Day as a concept. And I think that is what makes this whole conversation so wholesome. Thank you so much, Aruba ji, for joining me today and talking about such things, because वही है कि हम लोग बहुत ही superficial चीजों में घूमते रह जाते हैं as far as such occasions are concerned, but we need to get a deeper understanding into where we stand in terms of our relationships in reality rather than just going behind such superficial trends and things that are going around.
I would totally agree with you. And thank you so much for having me. I would just tell people that celebrate the Valentine's Day how you want to celebrate, not how the world expects you to celebrate. There was a time when Fair and Lovely cream was out there because dark complexion was not appreciated or loved. But now even they have changed their definition. It is no more Fair and Lovely. So that is what I'm telling you. So maybe things in past have been in a certain way, but now we can change it. We have that power.
Right.
तो आप अपने से शुरू करो, दुनिया खुद बदल जाएगी. And happy Valentine's Day to you all. Lots of love, but the love begins from here. पहले यहाँ करो, फिर किसी को
Self
दो.
love is more important than anything else.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me today and wishing you all a very, very happy Valentine's week and Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruba. Thank you.
Thank you.